God. We all know the word God, but what does it really mean? Is it just a fancy name for the big unknown, or is there something more? Think about it. We see a chair and instantly imagine a carpenter. We taste food and picture a chef. Even the moon has a story, a giant sphere crashing into it. But the biggest question of all, what caused the Big Bang? Where did all that stuff come from? Everything else has a cause, right? So why would the universe, this incredible, mind-blowing place, be any different? It's like saying a chair builds itself or a meal cooks itself. It just doesn't make sense. Maybe, just maybe, there is a missing piece to the puzzle. Maybe someone or something had to set the whole thing in motion. Someone we call God. Now, this isn't about saying believe in this or that. It's about asking questions and keeping that curious mind alive. Is the universe a self-made machine, or is there a mastermind pulling the strings? And speaking of strings, let's talk about how string theory suggests the existence of God. Imagine the universe as a grand symphony, with every particle and force playing its part in perfect harmony. But what if I told you that the instruments in the cosmic orchestra might be tiny vibrating strings? And that's what string theory suggests, not me. It says that everything we see, from the tiniest atom to the grandest galaxy, is made up of tiny, vibrating strings. And here is where it gets really interesting. String theory proposes that there might not be just one universe, but many, a mind-boggling array of universes, which we call the multiverse. If the string theory is true, it means the universe, or even the multiverse, isn't just a random collection of particles. It's a planned symphony, with every string playing its part, following a set of rules, and that begs the question, who wrote the symphony? Who set the rules? The incredible complexity and harmony of the universe, as suggested by the string theory, points towards an intelligence behind it all. It hints at a designer who crafted the fundamental laws of nature and who fine-tuned the cosmos for life to exist. String theory doesn't prove God's existence, but it definitely adds some fascinating clues to the cosmic puzzle. It suggests a level of design and intelligence in the universe that's hard to ignore. But if it is not string theory, then what is? Imagine a universe as a cosmic recipe. Change just one ingredient, tweak one parameter, ever so slightly, and life as you know it becomes impossible. The constants of physics and the laws of nature all seem exquisitely fine-tuned for life to flourish. Is this just a lucky coincidence, or is there a recipe crafted with meticulous precision? Ask yourself. So, do all these clues add up to the proof of God? Hold on just a second. If everything needs a creator, wouldn't that mean God needs one too? Remember that rule about everything having a cause applies to our universe and the beings within it? But imagine God as being beyond the rules of our universe. Unlike dimensional beings like us, He's like the ultimate programmer who wrote the game, not a player stuck inside of it. Think about it. God created time itself, so wouldn't that mean He exists outside of time? He wouldn't be limited by our planet dimensions or need a fancy spaceship to zoom around. He's the architect, not a tenant in His own creation. And that's why God is spaceless, timeless, and dimensionless. He's not a big dude with a beard chilling in a cloud. He's the source of all the moral stuff, the reason good and bad even exist. He's the grand designer, the cosmic composer, the ultimate why behind the what of our universe. But wait, what if there were multiple gods, you might ask? Well, if we study the universe and all the things inside of it, we see a similar pattern, and that is what Nikola Tesla observed. He held a unique fascination with the numbers 3, 6, and 9. He called them the keys to the universe and believed that they held a profound connection to the divine and nature's blueprint. Tesla observed these numbers repeatedly in natural patterns. Flower petals often appear multiples of 3, honeycombs exhibit a hexagonal 6-sided structure, planetary orbits often follow elliptical patterns with a 3:6:9 ratio. He believed these patterns reflected divine design, a cosmic symphony crafted in a language of numbers. Tesla saw the spiral, a shape intimately linked to the sequence 3, 6, and 9, as a fundamental pattern in nature, from the growth of galaxies to the spiraling shells of snails. He considered the spiral a symbol of growth, evolution, and cosmic energy flow, suggesting a single divine hand guiding the unfolding of creation. But even if you don't believe that, let me ask you a question. Picture a bunch of gods, each with their own ideas and powers. Would they always agree on how to run the universe? Probably not. Clashing wills and contradictory rules would likely create a cosmic mess. The order and harmony we see today suggest a single unifying intelligence in charge. And that is what Islam teaches us. According to Islam, there is only one God, who is indivisible, who is the sustainer, who has no child and wasn't born, who has no beginning and no end, and who is undefeatable. But don't go just yet. I have a question for you. Suppose someone creates a new machine or comes up with a new invention. Then who do you think will know how to operate it? Probably the creator. The same goes with the universe. In the Holy Quran, the divine book Muslims believe in, God, who we call Allah in Islam, tells us many things that align with the latest scientific research. You were told that about 500 years ago, a scientist proved the earth was round. But what if I told you that the Holy Quran mentioned this more than 1400 years ago? I know, Pythagoras, the mathematics guy, also predicted it, but the same Pythagoras also said that the earth was the center of the cosmos, which was later disproved by Nikola Copernicus. But the Quran, the holy book of Muslims, has been dropping truth bombs for over 1400 years ago. Back when folks thought Earth was flat as a pancake, the Quran mentioned it being round centuries before science even caught up. But that's not all. Not even close up. The Quran also mentions the existence of mountains as pegs that stabilize the Earth, a concept similar to the tectonic plates discovered much later. The development of the human embryo in stages, way before microscopes revealed the process. The expanding universe, centuries before Edwin Hubble's cosmic discovery. And even things like the laser technology and quantum physics were indirectly referred to in the Quran. My friends, doesn't that attract you? My friends, I invite you to the divine boundary of Islam. I invite you to the true faith. I invite you to accept Islam, or even research about it if you find anything worth inspiring. If you're still here, congratulations. You spent some time to know about your Creator.